How many times have you heard the term drugs and alcohol? Everybody says it like that: drugs, alcohol, drugs, alcohol. When in reality, the term is actually wrong. Why? Because alcohol is actually a drug. What? It's a legal drug. If you're over the age of 18 in some places or 21, you're able to purchase a legal drug. And so, what is the definition of a drug? Well, a definition of a drug is a substance that alters the way your body or mind functions. And alcohol actually affects the central nervous system, altering your mood, your perception, and we all know it can alter your behavior. And so the different properties of this drug is that number one, it's a depressant, which, sometimes we're drinking in order to try to feel better, but then we feel like crap, especially the next day. So you have to be able to hit it right in order to feel happy. But if you don't, you might feel like crap. It also has some psychoactive effects, addictive potential for sure, because sometimes we get reliant on that feeling of the high just a little bit. And then it comes with health risks. And you know what's so crazy about all these things is caffeine also does basically exactly all the things that alcohol does, except caffeine is more of a stimulant, where it just like it gives you tons of energy, and we become addicted to that feeling. I know for me, like if I'm feeling low energy, like I want some caffeine because I want to feel positive. I want to feel high energy because it feels better than being a drag. And I don't really have that relationship with alcohol anymore where, if I'm going out, like I need to drink, I don't feel that at all. But sometimes I do feel that call to caffeine, and actually caffeine is classified as a drug as well. Now, why do we not consider them drugs? It's because of the social norms, right? It's just so normal for everybody to wake up in the morning, go to Starbucks, get some caffeine, some coffee, right? Or they go to Dunkin' Donuts or wherever. I don't drink coffee, so I don't even know. But and with alcohol, it's just so normal to go out and have a few drinks, right? But what we don't really consider is that it's classified as a drug because it alters the way our body and mind functions. And alcohol is actually a really powerful substance just because that it's legal is why we don't really consider it a drug. So I think it's so interesting how many times we say like, "Oh, like, are you sober from drugs or alcohol or drugs and alcohol? Do you drink? Do you or do drugs?" Like it's always separated, but in reality, they're the same. And in fact, you can include caffeine in that as well, which to me like was mind blowing. Like I literally just thought about it today. I saw a post and this one of these on one of these sober posts, and it said like one of the things that prevents you from being sober is number one, not considering alcohol a drug. I was like, whoa, like, I never even thought about that. It's because we separate the drugs and alcohol so often. We hear it so often that we don't think it's a drug, right? But in reality, it is by definition a drug, and so is caffeine. So I wanted to shoot on here to explain this and how it can change, alter your, the way your mind and your body functions, and your mind and body you can have like a physical and an emotional attachment to both of these things. And when you don't have them, you feel empty. So before, you get down the road where it's difficult to come back, or even if you are that road where you feel like you want to stop, like just know that these substances are really strong, and just because we've made it a social norm doesn't mean that they don't affect us in a very um, sufficient way, right? So i just I just would like to share that you're not alone in this journey. And a lot of people rely on caffeine every day. A lot of people, go and drink during on the weekends or even every day. And it's just a substance that alters your mind and body, which can be really dangerous. So I'm definitely guilty. I'll put up my hand. I'm definitely guilty about the caffeine thing, and I shouldn't be laughing and smiling about it. Um, but if I was able to harness that energy that caffeine gives me on a natural in a natural way that's like so convenient on how the like I honestly I drink a energy drink it's called Celsius, and it's not the most healthy energy drink. It's not the most unhealthy as well, but it's I would say like somewhere in the middle. But it does give me that effect where I feel like, yeah, like I'm happy, I'm excited, I have high energy, and there's nothing else that I can think of besides maybe like breaking out into dance that can give me that energy. And even that energy itself isn't sustained. So drop in your comments below if you knew that caffeine and alcohol were drugs, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns. So hope you have a beautiful rest of your night. Much love, and I'll see you tomorrow.